How's everybody doing? My name is Kurt Friedrich and I'm the owner-driver for CFRacing, and welcome to our 10th and final pre-race video of the 2025 racing season. First off, I want to thank our sponsors, Gems by Danny on eBay. Gems by Danny on eBay is an online sales website that sells cheap, loose gemstones in cheap, loose settings for buyers who want to put a little bit of their customized and personal touch to the jewelry pieces. It's basically a do-it-yourself jewelry pieces, so please check out their wide range of inventory for your jewelry needs. Also, TNT Stocks. TNT Stocks is a YouTube page I created earlier this year for, it's basically a day trading simulation for those of you who are interested in day trading stocks. It's live, it's live data from the market, as is. It has its pluses, it has its minuses, good weeks, it has its bad weeks. So if you want to see some real deal day trading, please check out their YouTube page for some tips and useful information when it comes to day trading stocks. Also, Quick Signs. Quick Signs is who I get the decals from. It's kind of hard to get decals and stuff for go-kart racing. Every time I reached out to them, they were always very helpful for me. They were always getting me exactly what I needed, so I'm very glad to help promote their company and their brand. Well, with all that being said, one last thing is I'll put all the links to all the websites in in the description below. Alright, so with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the race this weekend. This is our final race this weekend. We're not planning on racing this weekend. But due to the government shutdown, my Army Reserve weekend was canceled, so that freed up our weekend, and we decided to go ahead and start getting this go-kart ready for the race this weekend. Go down there and run and see how we do, and then call it a season, and then we can start moving into winter operations. Otherwise, we'd be running our next race sometime in November. So we're headed down to Tri County Kartway. Coincidentally, it's also where we finished our season last year, the 2024 racing season. Out of that whole year, that was probably the only weekend, as poorly as we had run with the Seraph, and then as great as we ran with this Recon, and then as poorly as we performed at Tri County. I left the track there highly disappointed. It was the only time I left the track all year long disappointed. So going into this weekend, plan on leaving the track not disappointed. Plan on leaving the track with some positive takeaways. So looking forward to going down there again. I do like the track. It's a nice facility. I like driving the track. I feel like we can be competitive there. We're just trying to figure out what we need to be competitive there. So the classes we're going to run is going to be Hobby 375 points and then Hobby 375. So it'll be the second time we're running the Hobby kart there. We'll look back at our notes from when we ran there a few weeks ago, see what some of the things that we felt like we did wrong, some of the things that we felt like we could do better, and maybe apply some of that this weekend. So what we've been working on over the past week since last video is basically just race preparations. And also doing the clutch, some work on the clutch. Last time we ran at Tri County, basically when we would start a race, it felt like we were in fourth gear and everybody else was in third gear. They were taking off and we were just not taking off as fast as they were. But once we got up to speed, we were fine. Talking to some people that we kind of identified what some of the issues may have been with the clutch. So I wanted to work on it and started seeing what I can do to adjust it. So I have a feeling even at the track it's going to be some more work. It's the first time I've done something with the clutch like this, but I feel confident that I did everything correctly. But am I going to say that we're going to go to the track and there's not going to be any adjustments that need to be made to the clutch, or maybe some other issues arising? I'd say may not be realistic. So may have some work to do with that when we get to the track. But other than that, yeah, it's basically just been normal race preparations for this weekend. Our goals this weekend are be competitive, be consistent, and finish up front. Last time we ran there, I would say that we were at least consistent. We consistently ran with the group that we were running with, but we were not competitive enough to be running up front, and we did not finish up front. So there's two of those three things that we want to change for this weekend. Areas we were looking to improve this weekend, we're going to continue on what we did this past weekend when we were working with wedge. Basically, I kind of left everything where it is. I felt like what we did to the go-kart at Capital City as far as wedge is concerned was great for practice and great for qualifying. So I want to see if what we did is still there at this track, and then we're basically going to go from there and back off and put it back where it originally was. And then also left side weight. I want to work with the left side weight percentage. I've kind of already been playing with that a little bit earlier this year, but now I want to really kind of dive into it. And I got a weight that I have been moving back and forth, but this time I want to kind of see a little bit more. There's a little bit more I want to unpack with moving that left side weight, and a little bit more strategy I want to use with it. Where it is right now, I think it will be good for practice and qualifying, and then I may move it. We're probably going to move it where it originally was for the race. So with those two adjustments, when it comes race time, we'll basically be right back where we were a few weeks ago when we were there, except for the camber adjustments we made. So when we do that, then I'm probably going to move into playing with tire pressures and working with my tires and see what I can do there. So yeah, we got a lot of different moving pieces, primarily wedge, left side weight, and possibly clutch work, and then possibly tire pressure work. So it's going to be a lot of moving pieces. So we're hopeful that all these pieces that from stuff we've learned over the season, we can apply to this race this weekend and come out with some pretty good results. At least that's the plan going in there, and that's the plan coming out of there is come back and report some good results in the post-race video. So yeah, looking forward to it. It's been a fun year. Sad to say that it's coming to an end this weekend, but it is time for, we're in the fall months. It's time to start wrapping things up, and looking forward to going down to Tri County and wrapping up down there. And yeah, just it's all good things come to an end. Alright, so that being said, we'll start wrapping up this video. Again, I want to thank our sponsors. Also, we are looking for a primary sponsor, so if anybody's interested in getting a little bit more exposure for your brand, we'd be glad to help put your decal or your logo on the front of this go-kart. And just remember, you're not just putting the logo on it or decal on it, you're considered a member of our team. We'd be glad to help promote your brand and get more exposure for your company. Also, Gems by Danny on eBay, TNT Stocks, and Quick Signs for their continued support. I also want to thank Ryan Hargis. He came over here during the week too and helped me with the clutch and helped me out with some of the other pieces on this go-kart. And then last but not least, my wife Malou for filming these videos and also helped me at the track and helped me get the go-kart cleaned up after the races on Sunday recovery work. So, alright, well, with all that being said, we'll see you guys in a few days with the post-race video with some good results. Until then, don't forget to subscribe, comment, rate, share, all of the above. See you in a few days. Until then, take it easy.